So now that the race is down to Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden, it's about to get a hell of a lot uglier. It's about to be a dogfight. So get ready for it, prep for it, and engage in it. It's important. So Bernie Sanders, the day after Super Tuesday, released a whole bunch of ads, targeted for specific areas of the country that have some different concerns. But here's one that's running in Michigan. And Michigan, as we all know, was hit so hard by all those terrible outsourcing deals. So let's see how Bernie went after Biden.
I've been a union auto worker since 2008. The community has been decimated by trade deals. Only one candidate for president has consistently opposed every disastrous trade deal, and that candidate is Bernie Sanders. The banksters that have been robbing us blind and stealing our pensions and destroying our communities, they have something to worry about. This is a man of conviction, a man of integrity, a man that is going to stand up for you no matter what. That's why I personally support Bernie Sanders.
I'm Bernie Sanders, and I approve this message.
That's a pretty good ad. I may have included, like a little clip of Biden or something praising NAFTA, because I'm sure it exists. There's clips of him saying everything in the same way there were clips of Hillary Clinton saying everything. And the Republicans are not going to hold back. Trump would hit Biden on trade. He absolutely would. Trump would destroy Biden. Oh my God. Biden would just be incoherent babbling in response to it too. At least Hillary could respond. Her responses weren't good, but at least she could respond. Biden won't even have a response. So that's a good ad. I would have maybe included Biden praising NAFTA or praising TPP. And there's other clips that, I've seen within the past couple days of him praising TPP. So the Republicans will trot that out. They'll be shameless. Even though most of the Republicans supported TPP, that won't stop Trump from using that because he opposed TPP. He slipped some provisions of TPP into his new NAFTA, so he's kind of a fraud on these issues. But nonetheless, politically he's savvy and he will use this to his advantage. So I maybe would have played those clips as well. But either way, he's hitting Biden on the right issues here. The issue where you really want to go at him in the Rust Belt is trade, because he has been for all these outsourcing deals. And that has really been a life or death matter in that region. Just so many jobs taken away, so many lives ruined, so many people having to move, upend their lives and move. Why? Because we wanted a bunch of, corporate executives to make some more money, and so they wanted to reduce costs. So this is good stuff, and I want to see more of it from Bernie, and we're going to get to more of his ads in a little bit. But he's got some targeted at Florida specifically. He's got some for, Michigan. And they're targeting in an intelligent way. And honestly, I think it would have been better if they went hard at Biden earlier. Now, I'm not a big fan of the gratuitous attack. I'm a fan of when the second they say something about you, okay, then you go at them as hard as you can. But I like to keep the powder dry until they open the door. Hey, you want to be nice? We'll be nice to each other. Oh, you don't want to be nice. Okay, well then let's go down that road as well and make them regret that they ever did it. But he should have run the Obama ad that you're going to see in a little bit in South Carolina. And he didn't. And in defense of the campaign, they had solid data which proved to them that anytime Bernie went at Biden, Bernie went down. And there's good evidence that the people who supported Biden, their second favorite choice was Bernie. So there was a logic to, okay, we can't, if we go at Joe, we got to go at him in a way that's very specific and makes sense and doesn't alienate more people than it brings in. So there was, a bunch of calculations going on behind the scenes. However, I will say, you're in a primary, and the only way to win a primary is to make clear distinctions between you and your opponent. And don't hold back about that. Don't, beat around the bush. In a very simple and straightforward way, you're supposed to say, I'm better. Here's why I'm better. They're worse. Here's why they're worse. And now he's starting to do that. And it might feel like it's too late, but who knows? Maybe if they go about it the right way from here on out, they'll peak at the right time in the election, and they will effectively counterattack all of the nonsense going on the other side, because they'll try to go after Bernie over on some stuff. I'm sure they'll bring up, whatever, the Cuba thing again or whatever the hell it might be. But really the biggest hurdle for Bernie is that the establishment coalescing is working and that it's clearing a path for Biden. That's the biggest hurdle for Bernie at the moment, is that Mayor Pete and Amy Klobuchar dropping out and endorsing Biden actually made most of their voters go to Biden, which cleared a path and helped him on Super Tuesday. So that's his biggest hurdle now. But, the way you combat that is to lean into the fact that the reason they did that is because they represent the corporate interests. They represent the powers that be. You represent the people. So the establishment is stopping at nothing to stop you. You lean into that, and then you also stress they're the corrupt ones. That's why they had to get together and clear a path for Biden. I'm the one who's not corrupt. I'm the one who's representing the people. And, oh yeah, by the way, I'm the moderate. I'm the centrist. They're the extremists. They support endless wars. They support the outsourcing deals. They support cutting Social Security. So that's how you win that fight. That's how you lean into it. But definitely the early signs post Super Tuesday are good. Bernie came out and he gave a speech, and he basically said, well, in the coming weeks, you're going to find out that there's a real difference between me and my opponent. And he ran through some of the stuff. I will say, I really hope he stops calling Biden my friend, though. My friend, my friend, my friend, my friend, my friend. Just drop it. Drop it. I get why he's doing that. Again, a lot of people who support Biden have Bernie as their second favorite choice, and he doesn't want to alienate them. However, if you're going to go in on his record anyway and say, hey, these were really bad decisions, then you don't need to, say beforehand, but he really is my buddy, because then you're given, a degree of permission. Like, okay, if you want him, go right ahead. People really need to know there's not an option here. There's only one person who's serious, and it's me.